Hello all and welcome to another video, and today was meant to be a charity shop hunt video in Stortford because two charity shops opened today. One had opened yesterday, making them all open in Stortford, but I've been round all of them, which is like 8 now, and it's been a bust of a day. However, the very last one I went in, I did get a couple of games, 2 for the collection and 1 to try. So let's park my arse down and just show you those quickly. So I picked up a copy of Rock Band for 99p. I mean, it's only 50p in CEX, but it's going to charity and it's a mint copy of the game, so pleased with that. Another one for the collection was Angry Birds Star Wars. They wanted £1.99 for that. It's a £4 game in CEX. Again, mint disc in there, so yep, I'm more than happy to pick that up. And then finally, Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes on the Wii, which is £2 credit in CEX, and I paid 99p for it. So with that, let's get back up off my arse, and I've got a bag of stuff to trade into CEX, including that Wii game. We're going to trade all those in and leave with a stack of stuff from CEX and make this a CEX day out pickups video. So let's get to CEX. Arriving at CEX now, and always having a look in the window before I dive into the store, and always that Xbox One that is Gears theme catches my eye, as I seem to say in every video. Now notice a bit of Xbox 360 goodness on the bottom shelf there, but £25 for a Kinect sensor. Wow, that seems steep. Even though I love the piece of hardware, you know, I have a bit of a guilty pleasure soft spot for it. £25 is a bit steep. I'm pretty sure I paid £6 for mine only at the end of the last year, so boy, has that spiked in price. Okay, hard right as I go in, as I always do, to look at the retro section. Some N64 titles that have been there for a while, but scanning across that back shelf there, like I did in the last video where I went to this store, that was only 4 or 5 days ago, where I spotted a 90 quid copy of Klonoa for the PS1, but it was in a rental case with a rental disc, and I questioned whether anybody would buy it. So either somebody has and is happy with the condition that is in, or the other thing that springs to mind is that somebody's bought it online and it is waiting to turn up like that. Will they be happy with it? Who knows? So yeah, let's look at some of the retro hardware as well. A Game Boy Pocket in red caught my eye. I think that wasn't there last time, but I can't quite remember. Some GameCube controllers, an N64 controller that was yellow. That Super Nintendo Mini has been there for a while. And looking at the Xbox One controllers, the Minecraft one always catches my eye, even though I'm not really into Minecraft, because I always think that green is quite a vibrant colour and actually looks quite nice. So another thing I always do is look at the PS2 section and go straight to the T's in my quest to hopefully eventually find Tekken 4 and 5 on black labels, because I want to add them to my collection of PS2 fighters. But nope, eluding me again here. They had a copy of Tekken tagged on the Platinum, which not only do I already own on the black label, but it's obviously on the Platinum label, so I wouldn't want it. Just thought I'd pick that up and sort of show it as a little bit of a tease. A quick nose at the PSP games there, because I quite like the PSP, even though I don't really collect for it. I like the system and will buy any games that I really want to play for it. And now that applies to the original Xbox as well. Don't really collect for it, but I will pick up anything that I want to play and buy them. But nothing really caught my eye and really jumped out to me from the selection that they had there, but thought I'd have a little look over it. And now I'm on to my main focus for the day, and that is the 360 and adding to the collection there and spending the impending voucher that I'm about to get. Dragon Ball games catching my eye at the moment, because I picked up my very first Dragon Ball game only the other day. And of these games that I'm picking up, some of them I left with, some of them I didn't. So perhaps have a little guess before the pickup section hits at the end. Also picking up beautiful Katamari here. I've heard this is a really good game. It's a 360 exclusive as well, and I thought 8 quid wasn't a bad price for it, so I picked it up, and it's in the consideration at time of recording when I was in the store. Another Dragon Ball game there catching my eye on the bottom shelf, and I'm pretty much making my decisions and minds up here and going on a little bit of a more of an explore. So done in Bishop Stortford for the day, and after my charity shop bust, with the exception of one shop, which did give a little bit of a boost to the CEX trade credit fund, not a lot, but every little bit helps, and it did add a couple of items to the collection. So yeah, we went to CEX, we had our usual look round, had a little bit of footage there for you, and we traded in my stuff. Now the stuff that I traded in come to $42.20, and the stuff that I picked up came to $46.50, so I put a little bit of my own money in, but I left with a stack of 6 games towards the Xbox 360 collection and my quest for the full PAL set. So we'll get home and we will show you those. So yeah, let's hop on the train and get home. And home now am I, and it's time to show you what I picked up from CEX with the bundle that I traded in. Now, as I was walking towards the train station, I said I picked up a bundle of 6 games. I've actually got 7, and that was because I decided last minute to actually pick one game up that I wasn't going to pick up. So there's actually 7 games here. But what I thought would be quite interesting to do is actually crunch some numbers a little bit here and see exactly how well I've done with regards to what I've traded in and what I've saved on this pile of games here. So, right, what I traded in was £42.20 worth, and here's my receipt from today. So yeah, £42.20 worth of stuff I traded in. Now what I then did is, using the list of stuff on here, which is DVDs and games I picked up from boot sales and charity shops, work out what I paid for this lot. Now I went through it all, added it all up, and what I've actually paid for this lot to get this £42.20 voucher was £5.78. So yeah, there was a few that ended in 99p, one that was 99p, and a couple of 10 and 20p items in there. So yeah, £5.78 is what the stuff that I traded in essentially cost me. Now throw in the fact that this come to £46.50, so I'll bring in receipt 2 here. It's come to £46.50. That I've had to put a little bit of my own money in. I had to put a little bit of my own money in, which was £4.30, making basically what I've bought here in my money through trading in and actually my own money, £10.08. Now this now means I've spent £1.44 on each of those games, and that is how you CEX. That is how you play the system. Many people do it. You know, I'm not the best at this by far, but I do all right out of it. So the games that I picked up, 7 of them, and they are in price order, and I've actually gone for a little bit of a pricey one as well. So yeah, that'll be the last one because I'm going to be showing you these in price order. Now what I generally do in CEX is I always look for manuals, and because that's what I want them complete. But I will make exceptions to the rule for reasons, and the reasons came into play for this very first game here, Crackdown 2. Very common tile, as you see, only £1.50, but it is in a steelbook, which you probably picked up on already. Gorgeous looking steelbook, fantastic condition, no scratches, no rusting, absolutely great condition. But yeah, it is the only one with no manual. But I was quite happy to pick it up because the steelbook was in such good condition, and it's a cheap game. So all I've really got to do is buy another cheap version of Crackdown 2, either from CEX that isn't a steelbook, or you never know, another steelbook might turn up. But basically, pinch the manual out of it and then do something with the game, you know, pass it on. Because being a £1.50 game, I can't imagine it's going to have much trade credit. But I picked up, I got gifted Crackdown recently, and now I picked up Crackdown 2. I mean, I own them both digitally, now I own them both physically. But what an absolutely stunning steelbook. Loving the artwork on this, is absolutely fantastic. Proper sharp and crisp as well. Yeah, really like that. So very pleased to have Crackdown 2 in the collection now. Okay, next up I went for Borderlands the Pre-Sequel, another cheapie, only £2. I've got Borderlands 1 and 2 and an expansion for Borderlands 2. Obviously, they came out before it. This is, like it says, pre-sequel. I've heard that this isn't the best game in the franchise. It's not meant to be very good, but then again, the other 2 were stellar titles, so it had a lot to live up to. I do really like Borderlands 1 and 2, so I'm still very interested to try this and give my own opinion of it. And as I say, all these now come with manuals. As I say, like to check for manuals, and this manual and this one is nicely fresh off the print practically. Look at that, nice and crisp, not been attacked by game with one of their stickers. So yeah, really pleased to have picked up that. Okay, next up, Sacred 2 Fallen Angel. This is the first of 2 £3 games. I've got Sacred 3, and it was a bit alright. It was like an isometric hack and slash game, Sacred 3, so I'm guessing that this is going to be perhaps very similar, who knows. Comes complete with manual. Manual has been attacked by a game with some stickers. We'll do our best to try and get some of those off, but it's box complete, which is the most important thing. It's a game I don't really see around a lot, despite not being particularly expensive, which is kind of what I'm looking for when I go shopping in CEX. I look for the cheap, I look for the stuff that I don't see around a lot, and if there's a combination of both, fantastic. And that's where this kind of slipped into category-wise. And so to the next game, which is also a £3 game, Warhammer Battle March. I actually didn't realise there was another Warhammer game. I've got Warhammer Space Marine, and I honestly didn't know that this existed. So yeah, as I say, looking for stuff that I don't see around a lot, and it's cheap as well. Always going to pick this up. So £3 for Warhammer Battle March here. Complete in box with manual. Only the one sticker that game attacked it with there. It's just, apart from, I mean, if that comes off, this manual is in absolutely great condition. So pleased with that. And looking forward to trying it because I say, never heard of it. Looks very interesting. I do like that cover artwork as well. Okay, next up is the game that I was going to leave behind. And that's why I thought I only had 6 when I actually had 7. And that was Zumba Fitness Party. Zumba Fitness joined the party, excuse me, there, for £4. And did my manual check. Minty manual there, absolutely fantastic. As I say, I wasn't going to leave with it. But then I realised one sort of subset that within my going for the full set that I'd like to complete quickly and quite soon and quite kind of focus on is the Connect stuff. I've got a real sort of guilty pleasure in the Connects, I almost feel like, and I absolutely love the little bit of hardware, I really do. So yeah, I thought, well, not only will I pick it up because it's a Connect game and I need it if I'm going to be focusing on the Connect stuff, but I haven't actually got a game in my collection beginning with Z, and that really annoys me because I've got every other letter. So I actually wanted a game beginning with Z, and the Zumba games obviously will slip nicely into that criteria. I think the only other game that pops to mind that could possibly do that is Zone of Enders. And I haven't got that either, despite looking for it and nearly picking it up a couple of times, but I haven't got it. So yeah, I just thought I'd go with Zumba Fitness Party and yeah, help my subset of Connect games and also tick off the Z. Next up, beautiful Katamari. Yeah, I've been looking out for this one for a little while now. Didn't think £8 was a bad price to pay for it, and as I say, check for manual as I do. Nice, big, thick, chunky manual there, which is in good condition. Couple of minor creases there, but no game sticker on the manual, which they've attacked it with. So yeah, nice, clean manual. And yeah, I really am pleased to have this one. I think I had it once before, but never really played it. It turned up in a bundle, and for some reason it had good trade, so I traded it in. I think back then, which was a good 3 years ago, this was a really valuable game, much more valuable than it is now at £8. So yeah, really pleased to actually pick that up for £8. And of course, there we go, only on Xbox 360. It is an exclusive. So last game time, and this is the pricey one, because what I want to start doing now with my CEX credit when I start trading it in, being as I am going for the full Xbox 360 PAL set, is I need to start picking up these pricey titles that are £20, £25, perhaps even higher, using my credit. Like I say, £10 and HP, you know, is the equivalent of what this bundle has cost me. And the last game is a £25 game. Going for Connect stuff, like I said, focusing on a little bit. So I might pick off the pricey Connect titles first with my CEX trade credit. And it is Dragon Ball Z 4 Connect. And yeah, opened it up, manual in there, and then we've got other little bits of paperwork in there, so it is nicely proper complete as such. You know, when there's only a manual in there, you never know if there was meant to be other bits of paperwork in there. So when you see other bits of paperwork in there, it is a nice thing to see. But yeah, as I say, I thought that's what I'm going to do now with my CEX trade credit, is try and get these pricier titles. So a £25 title, I mean, as I say, 7 games for what is essentially £10 and 8p. I mean, that would be worth trading in alone, you know, for £10 and 8p and getting this, you know. So well pleased with that. Well pleased with that. It's another one off the Connect list, which I say, as I'm focusing for, as a little subset. So obviously very pleased with that. So ladies and gentlemen, that is from my day out, which was going to be a charity shop hunt, turning into a CEX haul after trading in some stuff. That was, it was a little bit of a bust, but still an enjoyable day out, and I'm very pleased with what I have picked up. So I think this just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please do hit a thumbs up. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching indeed, and as always, please do take care.